Now here's what I think is a fun one. At least it was fun writing it. And I'm still in that neat place where it's all, oh dear, should I touch this thing? It's really pretty all around. You might see it on another video where it's green, green, and little flowers and stuff. And the birdies sing. Yeah, I hope you can hear that. Uh, but this is a fun one. It's called The Curly Chords by Terri Bale. I better get right to it so I don't take it any longer, because it's got like 20 verses to it. It's kind of built along the same lines as the Blind Men and the Elephant by John Godfrey Sachs. I think is an Englisher. It's a really neat poem, but I probably better not read it for you right now. But this will stand on its own, I hope, I think. The Curly Chords by Terri Bale, February of 2019. I heard the phone a-ringin'. It was my dear old friend. She is a solid talker, no respite till the end, and it could be 2 hours. At least that was the trend. I settled into listening. It was a chilly day, yet sunshine it was streaming in, not very far away. So I stretched the big long curly cord to park me in its ray. And down here I note, the big long curly cord was 4.5, I went back and measured it, it's 4.5 feet long, unstretched. You know, those, like it shows, the curly cords in the old days. And, yep, and it is actually a kind of beige color. Okay, I'll keep going. I took the phone and I got over into the sunshine that was streaming in the window. It was streaming in the window, and I sat there, and so the sunlight was on half of my face and half was in the shade, looking over at the phone and here. Okay. And so I sat and listened. She's always full of tales, of simple days' adventures. It's never dull nor stale. God bless her, she's so cheery, in sunshine, cloud, or gale. Thing is, I sat there so long, just staring into space. The curly cords there stretched between the receiver and the base. I slowly got perceiving that something's out of place. 2 curly cords I saw there, one beige, one somewhat blue. But how could this be happening? Instead of one, there's 2. Hanging from my receiver, I could see the 2 curly cords going over to the phone over there. It was a long ways away to get me into the sunshine. Instead of one, there's 2. I shook my head, I blinked my eyes. They stubbornly held true. It must be an illusion. My eyes are tricking me. But which one is the real one? But wait, that cannot be, because they both look real enough. They sway and bounce together. At least there are not 3. Then I remembered something I thought might help me some. Back when I was a schoolgirl, I'd learned about the sun. It fades your color sensors in your eye. It fades your color sensors. You try it. It's quite fun. Sit sideways to the sunshine, and I wrote on the edge, do not look at the sun. It's the sunshine coming this way. The sun's over there, and you're looking this way. But this side's in the shade. Okay, I better keep reading. Sit sideways to the sunshine with one eye in the shade and one eye in the sunlight, and soon you'll have it made. Across the room or courtyard, you'll see how colors fade. Now use your hand to block the sight of one eye, then the other. Examine things across the way, their shading and their color. The sun eye will report one tone, the shade eye quite another. The sun eye tells a darker tale. That pupil has closed down. The brighter tones are dimmed, and reds are purplish or brown, depending on the hues and tones you happen to be round. The shade eye sees a brighter scene. That pupil's open wide. The yellows bright and beaming, and reds are in full stride. The balanced tones are comforting, true color not denied. We gotta give full credit to God who made our eyes. Constricting does protect them. He is so very wise, 'cause bright sun could cause damage. 'Twould be our sight's demise. Now back to those old curly cords. My brain thought there were two. They looked two different colors, one dark and slightly blue, the other brighter, beige or cream, so quite a different hue. And as I looked from near to far, honest, from near at them to far away, from near to far across the curly span, they'd cross where I was looking and diverge from there, so grand, honestly, it looked like when you look at it, if I looked at it down there, that's where they crossed. If I looked at it up here, they were crossing. It's weird. I don't entirely understand, but your eyes are marvelous. Amazing. And sometimes you can study it. So, I was studying it this day. They'd cross where I was looking and diverge from there, so grand. They moved, yet without moving, both far and close at hand. Eventually, I came to see that there were really not two chords but one, depicted by the difference that was wrought by light and eye positioning. The culprits had been caught. Now that was satisfactioning, and quite a lot of fun. My friend, the meanwhile talking, was sounding nearly done. She's not the sort for science, and off she had to run. I had sat there quite a while studying this. It was fascinating. And off she had to run. Turn the page. So then I sat and talked with God. So we hung up. So then I sat and talked with God. Dear Lord, what's this about? Most everything has parallels, so this thing too, no doubt. One thing has seemed like two, dear Lord. The evidence is stout. Then slowly he did help me see. Reality is one. But light and eye positioning do, quote, have a lot of fun, unquote. They make things seem preposterous, and unity's undone. If my one brain sees differing chords, how easy can it be for independent persons to see things differently, then argue, fight, or bicker, or simply disagree? Yes, each man sees just what he sees, and error's hard to chart. Yet too there are deceivers. Let's not forget that part. Though eyes view some things differently, lies too divisions start. And this is the last page. Yet still, that simple curly cord has been a comfort strong. It helps explain why we all must work hard to get along, when honestly, our censors say the other guy is wrong. So, because like my one eye said that the curly cord is not blue, and this one said that curly cord is not beige, but they both were certain that this is blue and this is beige, and it's all the same cord. The same cord. Amazing. Okay, so oft in intellectual wars, the disputants, not few, rail on about their curly cords while keeping them in view, and never ever stop to think what their censors have been through, and that where they stand, and what who they love or hate, attend to or ignore, are enormous factors too. It matters what is, not just what you're looking at, but what the environment's like, what you attend to, what your brain attends to. And so I'm going to do that part again. So often intellectual wars, the disputants, not few, rail on about their curly cords while keeping them in view, and never ever stop to think what their censors have been through, and that where they stand, and what who they love or hate, attend to or ignore, are enormous factors too. And that's the end of the poem. At the bottom I wrote, thank God for talkative friends, and sunshine, and telephones, and brains to think with, and help on complicated questions, and life, and truth, and kindness, Thank God. There you go. That's that one. Let's see. 10 minutes. Oh boy. And a few seconds. I'll let it go. Thank you. Talk to you later.